All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Our first student athlete is offensive lineman Weston Franklin. We'll open it right up for questions for Weston. Kelly, if you want to get started.
You guys have been rolling guards in and out. Kind of how is the chemistry when there's, multiple guys running in and out of the huddle and playing next to you?
That's the reason we've been doing it, just getting different guys playing next to each other. We've had Joe and Paul at right, and then Pierce and Paul at left, and they just all been rotating. There's no set whatever. I mean, it's just playing next to each other, just getting used to everybody playing against each other. So I think it's going to work out good.
Rod?
Have you had a chance to watch any film on the Clemson defensive tackles, and if so, what are you seeing there?
We watched a lot of film, and we watched more before the game. They're a good group of guys. I mean, we've seen all the media and stuff on them as well. And they're great players. We know that going in, but we got great players too, and we're ready for it.
Ken?
They have a new defensive coordinator, as I'm sure you know. Has either Coach Key or Coach Long emphasized anything about that as far as you may see things you don't expect or things along that line?
I mean, we know they got to change. We don't know exactly 100% what they're going to do. I mean, we got kind of a good idea what they're going to run, but at the end of the day, he could throw something at us that we don't know, and we just have to adjust to it.
What are your emotions going to be like, on Monday night when you go out there, you're starting and your first sort of starting that part of your college career and in the Benz as well?
It's definitely going to be different. At the end of the day, for me, it's still a football field. The lines are painted the same. It's still same distance long and same distance wide. So I'm looking for the opportunity. I'm ready to go see what I can do.
What are you noticing about the progress that the offense has made, and maybe, what difference has Coach Winkie made, working with Jeff and that type of thing?
I can definitely tell a huge difference in Jeff. He's got a lot more confidence than he had last year, and that was a big thing coming from him. He's working every day just as hard as we are, and I feel like Coach Winkie helped him a lot, and I feel like it's going to make big changes this year.
Obviously, tempo's a big aspect of what you guys do. Maybe not even like just getting lined up fast, and then just how is it do?
It's definitely different from last year. As time
fast, and then just how is it do?
It's definitely different from last year. As time goes on, we get more and more comfortable with it. You can see every day we're making huge strides in practice. We're not, guys not bending over or anything like that. We're still pressing.
Above and beyond expectations right now. Whenever you move from.
Naturally, you have some transfers that are probably going to be out there on the field. How have they fit in with the team, and are any of them, stepping up and becoming leaders, coming from some big-time programs?
I mean, all the guys that we've had transfer in, they've all come in and gel with the guys. We have a great locker room. We say that all the time. I mean, the guys just in the locker room, we love each other, and we're ready to go to battle for each other. And they make a huge difference in the locker room as well. And just bringing in that experience that they have and coming to a place where they know that they're loved and everything like that is really helpful.
Ken?
Just to follow up on the question about the tempo, your role as center, do you have kind of specific responsibilities as far as making sure you get over the ball as quickly as you can, or getting the other five set quickly, or the four set quickly?
I'm definitely trying to be definitely going to be the first one to the ball, getting down, looking at the defense, seeing what they're going to run, and then making sure my guys are set where they need to be, and get the play call, and then make our calls and roll on.
Kelly?
It seems like the confidence level is pretty high from the offense right now. Is that fair to say that you guys feel confident in what Coach Long's doing, and it's maybe showing on the way y'all are playing on the field right now?
I definitely think we have a good bit of confidence coming into the game. We're excited to see what it can do. We know it's going to be a challenge. We know it's not going to be a pushover or anything like that. We're going in knowing we got to go to battle, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Rob? Time for a couple more for Weston.
In practice, how has the defensive front four, prepared you guys, and have you seen a big difference from where they were last year?
Or our defense or theirs? They're giving us a great look on defense. We really pushing those guys to even give us more, whatever effort they can give. That's what we're getting, and they're constantly rotating guys in. So we got fresh guys in, and we're still the same group of guys still out there rolling. So I feel like it's a big change too, and it's really going to help us out.
Ken, if you want to wrap us up with Weston.
Their line, defensive line, Clemson's defensive line, obviously done a lot of good stuff. Has Coach Key emphasized anything in particular about number 11, Brzee?
He hadn't said anything about him. We're not real sure. We're not sure exactly who's going to play in the game. We're just preparing for everybody and expect what we're going to expect.
Thank you, Wes.
No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem.
Okay, I think everybody knows this guy. We'll open up for questions for Jeff Sims. Kelly?
Obviously, last year, the season opener didn't go the way you wanted in any respect, I imagine. But you had a great game in the Benz last year. Is that sort of what you focus on as you get ready for this? Or is there anything in particular you focus on as you get ready for game one?
I mean, really, getting ready for any game, you just want to focus on executing the offense and going out there and doing what you got to do to win. I don't really think about last year like that because just because it didn't go out of the way I wanted it to go. But, I mean, you got to put that in the past and look forward to the future.
Rod?
You're opening with a new center this year. How has the chemistry been between you two guys, and where do you see him now, as far as a leader on that offensive line?
Yeah, me and Weston's chemistry grows daily. Me and him have gotten real close over the offseason and really just throughout the course of practices and hanging out outside of practice, just really getting to know him and just building that chemistry. And I think he's come a long way. He's definitely taking that leadership role too. He's starting to speak up more, and he's definitely growing.
Sarah?
Hey, what are some of the biggest things that give you confidence about this offense and what you guys can do?
Just how much we trust each other. I feel like us as an offense, we've grown closer more than we've ever been, and we all just bought into the offense and how our coach is calling it and stuff like that, and we all built that trust for each other.
Okay.
When you look at Clemson's defense or study them, kind of what things jump out at you about them?
They're a team that flies around. They're a great defense. They're physical. They're big. They're strong, fast, and they just fly around and get to the ball.
Go.
You guys were pretty much always in the gun in the old offense. Now you have a nice mix of different things. Do you like going under center and having the kind of variations that you guys and really so many different packages and personnel groupings and stuff? Do you like that a little bit more? Does it make it more interesting for you?
I mean, yeah, when I first got into college, I was like, man, under center is not for me. But when I started repping it and getting comfortable with this offense, I actually kind of like it, just switching it up sometimes and just going out of different formations, different personnels, and it's definitely something that's beneficial for me.
Rod?
Coach talked about charting your throws in practice every day and trying to find out where your strong suit is. Do you guys talk about that very much, and do you feel you're at a point now where he knows what you like to run?
Yeah, Coach definitely asks me a lot of stuff about what I'm comfortable with, and his big goal is to make sure that I'm comfortable with everything that they got game plan and going in, and we definitely talk about that often. And he definitely knows my strengths and weaknesses and things that I like and things that I don't like.
Board for Jeff? Ken?
I'm curious, do you know what the first play is going to be?
Yeah, I have a good idea, I think.
You probably give it away. Like, to get into the game plan, what are the things you like about it as far as just how you feel like you might be able to do things against Clemson?
I mean, it's a good game plan. He dialed it up, and he's just going to go out there and execute.
Kelly?
Obviously, you didn't play last year against Clemson, but what do you remember about watching that game and kind of, I imagine that was a tough day for you, but you were proud of the way the team played.
Yeah, I mean, team fought hard against them. Defense did a great job, keeping the offense, contained. And offense, they did a good job too. It's just some things happened that was unfortunate for us.
Time for a couple more for Jeff. Rod?
How important will those first couple of possessions be for the offense? Knowing you'd like to get off to a good start, maybe put the team in a good position.
Yeah, every possession in the game is important. Just going out there and sustaining drives and just going out there and executing each play, taking it one play at a time and focusing on the next play and forgetting about what happened last play.
Kelly?
Would it be fair to say the team's more confident on both sides of the ball right now than last year going into the first game? It seems that way from talking to y'all.
Yeah, we're definitely more confident than we've ever been. And that's just because we bought into each other as a team. You know, everybody has full trust in each other. We're going to go out there and we're going to play for each other.
Anything else? Ken, if you want to wrap us up with Jeff.
I'm curious. Last year's game against Carolina, you came in off the bench and obviously gave the team a jolt. Like, does anything particular from that game stand out to you as far as a play you made or a feeling you had of playing in that game?
Nah, not really. I just, I hadn't played in 3 weeks, so I was just ready to go out there and play. Just get my feet on the ground and just go do what I do.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap up here with Ayinde Ely. Go ahead and open it right up for questions for Ace. Rod?
Are you looking for Clemson to maybe try to establish the run in the beginning of the game and maybe make things easier on the quarterback?
Yeah, I can see that happening. They got 3 good backs that I would think they would use, and I feel like that's a strong part of their offense. So I could definitely see them trying to establish the run, coming out and running the ball to open up the pass. I can see that happening.
Kelly?
How much does it change? You probably don't often open the season with going against a coordinator where you don't have any tape on them and calling plays. How much does that change y'all's game prep and getting ready for Clemson?
You just prepare with what you got. We got the game. I think he called the Iowa State game their bowl game. So you study that. Just study the game film of their offense from the past season and stuff. And it's going to be one of the things you just got to get a feel for it in the game or as you go. Study as much as you can, get the information that you can, and is ultimately when you get into it, you're just going to have to get a feel of what they're trying to do and what we need to do.
Ken?
As you guys get started, obviously last year the numbers are what they are, but is there a sense with you guys, particularly on defense, that we have something to prove?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we going not just this game, but the season, just how we carry ourselves and all. We could definitely have something to prove going into it. Just we want to prove ourselves right, not really prove anybody else right or anybody else wrong, but to just prove ourselves right so we can say that we are who we say we are. So that's about it.
Rod?
Do you feel there's any similarities in what Clemson runs and what you've been seeing every day in practice from Coach Long's offense?
Some of the stuff that you see from offenses, you'll see from every offenses. Different type of runs, certain stuff that you see, but every offense has their own, signature, their own style, their own swag. So I wouldn't say that they have similar offenses, but I would say they do some stuff that are the same.
Kelly?
I thought the best 2 defensive games you guys had were probably the game at Clemson and then also the Carolina game in the Benz. Mm-hmm. Kind of what worked those days for you guys, and how do you make that a constant thing going into this season with the defense playing at such a higher level?
Just everybody be on the same page. Everybody go on one accord. If you have 11 people on defense that's doing their job and everything, you're going to be a pretty great defense. So we just want to get 11 people on the same page as many times as possible. We want 100% efficiency, so we just shooting for that, aiming for that.
Rod?
Coach Collins talked about the team having to deal with adversity and having to recover from maybe when something goes wrong during the game. Is that going to be your job out there, as one of the leaders?
I guess it's not really a pointed job, but when that happens, that's going to be a collective team thing. When something bad happens, which it, 9 times out of 10 it will. If something happens, we all as a group have to take that effort to stay together, to keep moving forward, to fight the adversity of what's happening. So it's going to be everybody's job to stay together and get through adverse times.
Ken?
Mike was saying that you were at Brock after practice, and I think we've seen you before being one of the guys last off the field. Chris, is that an everyday thing? And also kind of what are you normally working on when you're out there by yourself?
I just try to work on stuff I feel I need to improve, or some stuff that I feel like I might didn't get enough work in practice, just getting some extra work. I'm trying to perfect my craft, really. That's all it is just putting in some extra things, some things I need to work on, and like that, nothing too crazy. So.
Are you by yourself?
It's a people that stay out there. Jeff stays out there and throws. McDuffie, we do some stuff together. Charlie's out there. Nate's out there. It's just a group period after practice. It's just you come after practice. They come out, work on what you want to work on. If you don't want to work on nothing, you go in. I mean, it's just an open time after practice where if you don't have anything to do, you got something you want to work on, you stay out to work on it.
Kelly.
I asked Jeff about this too, but it seems like you guys are more confident just overall as a team. And do you feel like that's accurate to say you guys are confident with the plan, confident with where you guys are as a team right now, maybe compared to last year?
Yeah, confidence is definitely big, and definitely you need confidence going into it. I feel as though we feel good about ourselves, and I think everybody in the program feels good about ourselves, and I feel like that's a good thing. And on Monday night, we just have to also feel good about ourselves and execute and do everything how we've been training all summer and stuff. But I feel everybody does feel good and ready to go.
Right.
Looking at what Clemson likes to run, do you feel this is a game where you and Charlie can play big roles in the game?
For sure. I think if they do certain things in the box with me and Charlie and stuff, if our plays present ourselves, I feel confident that we will make our plays and everything. Also, those guys on the outside, I feel like whoever play it is to make out there, I feel confident in one of those people to make the play. So as a defense, I feel really good.
Time for a few more for Ace. Kelly.
Coach Collins mentioned you guys wanted to be more aggressive defensively going into camp. Do you feel like that's something that maybe was needed for you guys to be more of the aggressor on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, in any point of football, offense and defense, you don't want to be reactive. You always want to take the fight to your opponent. So I feel as though, yeah, that would be good. You always want to be in the driver's seat. So, I mean, whoever gets in the driver's seat, you control. You got the other offense or defense reacting to you, and that's what you want. You don't want to be reactive. So I do feel like that would be a good.
Anything more for Ace? Ken, you want to wrap us up?
Is there a particular way that Coach Seymour has helped you become a better player?
Yeah, Coach Seymour, he's definitely enhanced my knowledge of the game, technique-wise, different stuff. He's a great technique coach. He's great knowledge. Just seeing football and understanding football for sure. He's definitely helped me improve my game for sure.
Awesome.
All right. Appreciate it.